It was a freezing winter morning in Los Angeles. The wind cut through the air like a blade, making even the busiest streets feel desolate. Among the towering skyscrapers and rushing crowds, Lena sat against the cold stone wall of a building, clutching an old notebook to her chest. Her worn-out coat barely protected her from the chill, and her fingers, cracked and bruised, trembled as she held a small cardboard sign that read, "Homeless, in need of help." For months, Lena had been living on the streets, her once bright future now a distant memory. She had been a promising fashion student with big dreams of showcasing her designs on international runways. But when her mother fell ill, Lena dropped out of school to care for her. The medical bills drained her savings, and after her mother passed away, Lena was left with nothing. Job applications were met with silence, and her dreams were slowly buried under the weight of her circumstances. Still, she couldn't let go of her passion for design. Every night, she sketched ideas in her notebook, a collection of dresses, coats, and gowns inspired by the life she had lost and the hope she still clung to. It was her escape, her therapy, and her one connection to a future she could barely imagine anymore. That morning, as Lena sat in her usual spot near a busy street corner, the city moved around her, indifferent. Business people in suits hurried to meetings, couples sipped coffee from paper cups, and tourists snapped photos of the skyline. No one looked her way. She was invisible, a shadow on the fringes of society. But then, something changed. A sleek black SUV pulled up nearby, and out stepped Angelina Jolie, wrapped in a stylish trench coat and sunglasses. She had just finished a meeting at a local nonprofit and decided to take a walk through the city. Angelina had always been drawn to stories of struggle and resilience, and she found inspiration in the people she met on her walks. As she strolled down the street, her eyes caught on Lena. There was something about the young woman, the way she clutched that notebook, the quiet desperation in her posture, that made Angelina stop. "Excuse me," Angelina said gently as she crouched down to Lena's level. "What's your name?" Lena looked up, startled. For a moment, she couldn't process what was happening. Was she dreaming? "Lena," she finally whispered, her voice hoarse from days without proper rest. Angelina smiled warmly. "Nice to meet you, Lena. What are you doing out here?" Lena hesitated, unsure if she should answer, but there was something in Angelina's eyes, genuine kindness without pity, that made her feel safe. I used to study fashion," Lena said, her voice trembling. "But life, it got hard. I lost everything." Angelina's gaze dropped to the notebook in Lena's lap. "May I see that?" she asked. Reluctantly, Lena handed it over. As Angelina flipped through the pages, her expression softened. The sketches were rough, but the talent and passion were undeniable. "These are incredible," she said. "You've got real talent." Tears welled up in Lena's eyes. It had been so long since anyone had said something kind to her. "Thank you," she murmured. Angelina stood up, pulling out her phone. "We're going to change this," she said. "You don't belong here." A few phone calls later, a team from a local nonprofit arrived. They brought warm blankets, food, and hot coffee for Lena. Angelina stayed by her side the entire time, holding her hand and reassuring her that things would get better. But Angelina didn't stop there. She arranged for Lena to stay at a temporary shelter while they worked on something more permanent. Over the next few days, Angelina called in favors from her network of designers and philanthropists. She found a small boutique willing to give Lena a trial internship. "All you need is a chance," Angelina told her, "and you're going to shine." Lena's first day at the boutique was nerve-wracking. She hadn't worked in years, and her confidence was fragile. But as soon as she stepped into the design studio, something inside her ignited. She poured herself into her work, creating designs that left the staff in awe. One day, the boutique's owner, a renowned designer named Marco, noticed her sketches. "Did you draw these?" he asked, holding up her notebook. "Yes," Lena replied nervously. These are exceptional," Marco said. "Oh, you have a gift." With Marco's mentorship, Lena began to rebuild her portfolio. Angelina continued to check in on her, offering encouragement and support. Months later, Lena showcased her first mini collection at a local fashion show. Her designs, inspired by her journey, were a hit. The audience gave her a standing ovation, and several buyers placed orders on the spot. Lena's life transformed. She moved into her own apartment, started working on her own brand, and even began mentoring other young women who had faced similar struggles. In every interview, she credited Angelina with giving her the opportunity to rise again. "She didn't just save me," Lena said. "She believed in me when I couldn't believe in myself." And so, Lena's story became a testament to the power of resilience, kindness, and the belief that even the smallest act of compassion can change a life forever. If you found Lena's story inspiring, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an incredible story. Your support helps us bring more uplifting and motivational content to you. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. It was a freezing winter morning in Los Angeles. The wind cut through the air like a blade, making even the busiest streets feel desolate. Among the towering skyscrapers and rushing crowds, Lena sat against the cold stone wall of a building, clutching an old notebook to her chest. Her worn-out coat barely protected her from the chill, and her fingers, cracked and